For years, the name Toyota Celica has lived more in memories than in showrooms. The last Celica rolled off the production line in 2006, quietly ending a run that defined affordable Japanese sports coupes for generations. Since then, rumors of its return have come and gone, often fueled by fan renderings and nostalgic speculation. But now, something feels different. The 2026 Toyota Celica revival is no longer just wishful thinking. According to Toyota itself, development is real, test mules are already driving on public roads, and dealers have been given early previews of what could become the 8th-generation Celica. Toyota's confirmation marks a major turning point. Speaking with Motor Trend, Cooper Erickson, Toyota's Senior Vice President of Product Planning for North America, acknowledged that the company is actively working on a product that could carry the Celica name. More importantly, he confirmed that the project has progressed beyond internal discussions. Test mules are running, and styling directions have already been shared behind closed doors with dealers. That alone signals a level of seriousness Toyota rarely applies to pure rumors. Erickson's words were carefully chosen but revealing. He said Toyota is working on a product that could theoretically go by the Celica name, provided the company can figure out how to execute it properly and receive final approval. That cautious tone reflects Toyota's methodical approach, but it also confirms that the Celica badge is firmly on the table. Japanese officials have already stated that development of an 8th-generation Celica is underway, making it increasingly unlikely that this project would wear any other name. The Celica's absence has been deeply felt, especially among enthusiasts who grew up with models like the GTS and the rally-inspired GT4. When production ended in 2006, Toyota's performance focus shifted, eventually giving rise to the GR brand. Since then, Toyota has rebuilt its enthusiast credibility with cars like the GR86, GR Supra, and GR Corolla. Any new Celica now must find its place among these modern performance siblings without overlapping too heavily. One of the biggest questions surrounding the 2026 Toyota Celica is the powertrain. Right now, nothing is officially locked in. Toyota is reportedly weighing both hybrid and traditional internal combustion options, and that decision will define the car's character. A full battery electric Celica appears unlikely. Toyota chairman Akio Toyoda has repeatedly expressed skepticism toward electric-only performance cars, arguing that they lack the visceral mechanical engagement that enthusiasts expect from a sports car. His stance suggests that if the Celica returns, it will almost certainly retain an engine. Among the most talked-about possibilities is Toyota's new turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. Developed as part of a broader collaboration between Toyota, Subaru, and Mazda, this engine is rumored to produce up to 400 horsepower in high-performance applications. If that figure proves accurate, it would place the Celica firmly back into serious sports car territory, potentially echoing the performance spirit of past GT4 models, albeit with modern engineering. Hybrid power is very much on the table. With tightening emissions regulations and shifting market expectations, a hybrid Celica could offer a compromise between performance and efficiency. Honda's decision to revive the Prelude as a hybrid has only added fuel to this possibility. If Toyota follows a similar path, the Celica could use electric assistance to enhance torque and responsiveness rather than replacing the engine outright. However, a hybrid route may come with trade-offs. One likely casualty would be the manual transmission. Just as the upcoming Prelude hybrid is expected to forego a traditional manual, a hybrid Celica would probably rely on an automatic or electronically controlled transmission. For purists, that may be disappointing, but Toyota could still tune the driving experience to deliver engagement through chassis balance, steering feel, and power delivery. Styling remains another major unknown. Toyota executives have been clear on one point: none of the online renderings circulating in the internet accurately reflect the real car. That suggests the final design is being kept tightly under wraps. What we do know is that development is being led outside North America, most likely in Japan.
This raises the strong possibility that the new Celica could debut in the Japanese market before expanding globally. That approach would be consistent with Toyota's recent performance launches. Japan-first debuts allow Toyota to gauge enthusiast response and refine positioning before committing to wider production. If the Celica launches domestically first, it would also reinforce its identity as a driver-focused coupe rooted in Japanese automotive culture. Positioning will be critical. Toyota's current performance lineup is already crowded, at least for modern standards. The GR86 serves as the lightweight, affordable entry point. The GR Supra occupies the higher-powered rear-wheel drive sports car space. The GR Corolla brings all-wheel drive performance to the hot hatch segment. Any new Celica must now find its place among these modern performance siblings without overlapping too heavily. The earlier year, Toyota trademarked the GR Celica name, suggesting that Gazoo Racing could play a central role in the car's identity. A GR-badged Celica could slot neatly between the GR86 and GR Supra, offering a unique blend of practicality, performance, and heritage. It could also revive the Celica's historic role as a versatile sports coupe rather than a pure two-seat sports car. Historically, the Celica succeeded because it balanced excitement with accessibility. It wasn't the fastest car on the road, but it was attainable, stylish, and fun to drive. A modern interpretation would need to capture that same balance while meeting today's safety, emissions, and technology standards. Toyota's recent success with enthusiast cars suggests the company understands this challenge better than most. The fact that dealers have already seen styling previews is particularly telling. Manufacturers rarely involve dealers at such an early stage unless a project is moving toward production. Dealer feedback helps shape final design decisions, pricing expectations, and market positioning. That step alone separates the Celica revival from vague concept stage ideas. Of course, many details remain unanswered. There's no confirmed launch date, no official horsepower figure, no pricing, and no clear statement on drivetrain layout. But the direction is becoming clearer. Toyota is not chasing trends blindly. Instead, it appears focused on building a car that fits its philosophy of performance, engagement, and reliability. The broader context matters too. Toyota has openly stated its intention to keep internal combustion engines alive as long as possible, especially in performance applications. At the same time, the company is investing heavily in hybrid technology as a bridge to the future. The Celica revival sits right at the intersection of those strategies, making it a symbolic product as much as a commercial one. So, is the 2026 Toyota Celica worth the hype? Based on what we know today, cautious optimism feels justified. This is not a vague rumor or a fan-driven fantasy. Toyota has acknowledged the project, confirmed active testing, and hinted strongly at the Celica name returning. While the final execution will determine whether it lives up to its legacy, the foundations appear solid. For longtime fans, the Celica represents more than just another sports coupe. It represents an era when fun, affordable performance was a core part of Toyota's identity. If the 8th-generation Celica can recapture even a portion of that spirit while embracing modern technology, it could become one of the most meaningful automotive revivals of the decade. Until Toyota lifts the curtain fully, the Celica remains a promise rather than a product. But for the first time in nearly 20 years, that promise feels real.